Alright, we're back. Found the papers for the potatoes. So these ones in the middle, those are the Vikings. Oops, that's the group sheet on that. Recap, the first ones were the Yukon Golds. And then these are, what are these? Are you kidding me? Oh. Thought that blew away. Red Pontiacs. So it's the old Red Pontiac there. There weren't a whole lot of these, but whatever. I didn't take the last of everything because I have in the past tried to buy sweet potatoes and there was none, and I know how it feels when you go to buy sweet potatoes and there are no sweet potatoes left. It hurts your feelings, makes you sad. I don't like to be sad, I like to be happy. So if I like to be happy, that means other people like to be happy. So I didn't take the last. I could have easily, but I decided that we're all in this together. I'm going to be a team player, and I'm not going to take the last of the seed potatoes of this particular variety. So I left a few there. Not a whole lot, because there wasn't a whole lot to leave, but I guess a few potatoes is better than no potatoes. We're going to go with that kind of thought process. But, yeah, whatever. I'm trying to think of some potato stories. So, like, when I was a kid, I used to come over and help my grandma in her garden. My official position was potato guy. I would plant the potatoes, I would chop the potatoes, I would harvest the potatoes. And, you know, when you're young, you got important things to do. You want to be outside, you know, with your friends. So I'm not going to lie, sometimes when I get that phone call to come do the potatoes, I wasn't always over the moon, you know, like when you're young, you got your own priorities when you're young that aren't probably in line with the priorities that you probably should have, but you know, you're only young once, so do your thing when you're young. But one particular I'll never forget, because it was the harvest time, and my grandma called me up. She said, "Well, it's time to dig the potatoes," and I really didn't want to do it, but you know, I love my grandma, so I was like, all right. She wants the potatoes dug, we're digging potatoes. So I came over, and at that time I was just old enough where I'd started building houses with my dad. And we do basements as well, or we put the basements in the houses we built. So I dug foundations, did footing work, so I'm pretty good with a shovel. Professional shovel operator, if you will. So Grandma called me over to dig potatoes. I went up there and I wholesaled the potato patch, just burned through it. Dug them all up, quick as could be, lightning fast. Well, she just assumed that I was just doing a half-assed teenage job because she thought there was no way anyone could dig potatoes that quick. So, you know, she thanked me for my time because she was a nice lady, and after I left, she went back up there and muddled through that potato patch because she was convinced I didn't do it. And by golly, I did it. I dug that potato patch. I think she found a couple, because you always miss a couple. There's always a couple stragglers. But next time I saw her, she commented, she said, "I didn't think you actually dug that potato patch, so I went up and looked, and you did. I can't believe how fast you dug that potato patch." That's a potato story. I don't know if that's a good one. The other one was, one year she grew a potato, I swear to God, I think it was like that big. It was huge. It was like a prize potato. Probably could have entered it in the fair if it had been done growing by the time fair was around. And if I participated in the fair, which I kind of don't, but kind of do, but kind of don't. Whatever. So you plant your potatoes 1 finger deep. That's what I was taught. Then you mound them. And there's a million and one ways to do potatoes. You can, I've heard of this, stack the old tires, but some people say, "Oh, you don't want to do that because tires are evil. You don't want evil on your potatoes. It'll spread." Whatever. And I've never done it just because I don't have a pile of old car tires laying around. I've seen people build trellis works and all sorts of different creative things to get their potatoes to grow upwards and outwards. One of the more clever ways I ever saw is I went to I don't know what you would call, like a seminar or some sort of continuing education in gardening, and this guy's spiel was, he called it straw bale gardening. Really fascinating. Threw his whole garden in straw bales. Potatoes underneath the straw bale, and then you would like dig holes in the straw and put like potting soil in there and grow your vegetables, and you stick it in the side and you just fertilize it with like, I guess, nitrogen or whatever, and then laid plastic down underneath so you didn't have weeds growing, and if you're in a big pinch, you could pick the whole garden up, put it on your trailer, and leave. I mean, leave with your garden. It was nuts. And I thought about it. I was like, that's pretty crazy. And then like, you go and you price out what a bale of straw costs. It's like, okay, yeah, that's not happening. I mean, but his gig was no weeding, just garden, no weeding, because the straw bales they're elevated, so your garden's in the air, and then he put black plastic down in between the straw bales, so there was no weeds between, and I mean, he had a little system going. It was pretty clever. I'm sure you could Google it and learn more. I don't know if the guy invented it or if he was just a proponent of it, but whatever. There's some more gardening info for you. I mean, the best gardening advice I could give you is, wait a second, are these or are those? Where's the dividing line here, folks? Yeah, is that what I'm doing? Am I going to have to go back and watch the video? Damn it. Get sloppy. Best gardening advice is, start gardening. Because I will tell you what, it is not as easy as you may think it is. A lot of people think, oh, dude, if it gets bad enough, I'll just start a garden. Well, yeah, good luck, buddy. I've been gardening for over 20 years, and I still feel like I'm trying to figure it out. Like, it is not easy. It may sound easy, you may think it's easy. It's not. There's a lot of things you got to deal with. But, if your option is spend a half hour a day in your garden, or spend a half hour a day plugged into a computer screen on social media, being jealous of shit that you don't got any control over, or whatever, I mean, Jesus, start a garden, man. Get outside. None of that other shit even matters. Most of those things are, well, except for this. This matters. Just keep watching these videos. This shit's real. This is all 100% real. Brought to you by Kellogg's. Yeah, right. This is a mockumentary. This is all fake. These aren't even real potatoes. These are fake potatoes. I don't grow potatoes. I'm just making a video pretending to grow potatoes. So don't check my potato license. Don't report me for not having a potato license. Hey, oi there, mate! You got a potato license to grow those potatoes? Yeah, that's coming soon, I'm sure. Whatever. Yeah, don't send the potato police to my house, because I'm not growing potatoes. I'm just making entertaining videos, pretending to grow potatoes. Everything here is pretend. There's nothing real in these videos. So, like, don't think this is real stuff. This is all just satire and fiction. There's a lot of fiction involved. The places and people are not based on real places or people. They're any similarities to actual events or people is just pure coincidence. So keep that in mind. Ooh, that's got a little bit of grossness going on there. What do you think? Should we see if I can excavate that gross out? Oh yeah, that excavates. That flick. Flick! The old flickety flick flickerson. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that. Well, if I can get that, that's got a little green grow there. Oh no, that's going. That's out. Alright. Potatoes are chopped. Stay safe, kids. What was the last one? Don't microwave your nachos. Today's advice will be, I gotta think of a good one. Don't use, or don't drink fake sugar drinks. Like, don't do Splenda and all that shit. I mean, high fructose is bad, but like, ugh. Don't drink Diet Coke, kids. Unless you're on a diet. If you're on a diet, you shouldn't be drinking Diet Coke. Don't sue me, Diet Coke. I was just kidding. That's the ironical satire on a fictional fucking situation there.